Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Quinn Elementary School softball field. Evan Massoud with you on DCTV for varsity softball action on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Durfee Hilltoppers in town for conference play against the hometown Dartmouth Indians. Hilltoppers with just one game played this season. They were supposed to play Monday after Sunday night's rain, and there was an issue with the landing spot at the turf field where Durfee's been playing at Cuss Middle School, and once the umpires showed up and took a look at it, the game was called off. So Durfee with just the one game played, and it was on Wednesday at BR, a 10-0 loss to start the season. For Dartmouth, a good start to the year, 2-0 with victories against Bishop Stang and Bridgewater Rainham. BR, the first victory. That was Tuesday, 5-3, and then Stang 6-2 on Wednesday. Coach Arguin telling me before the game that she is happy so far with how things have gone, but definitely a little bit of rust as, you know, really every team here in the state didn't get to play last year. So definitely need to work on communication, she said, knowing what to do with the ball, and that all comes with practice. But she said it does feel like a new beginning, and that kind of echoes what Coach John Ferreira of the Hilltoppers also said. I mean, you know, think about it. Any senior that's playing this year was a sophomore when they last played, and there's a chance that they weren't even on varsity at the time. So a lot of new beginnings. That seems to be the theme here, but the gratefulness to be able to play is certainly there as well amongst both the coaches and the players. First pitch is coming to you right now, and it is upstairs for ball one. Brooke Sylvia leading it off for the Hilltoppers, the second baseman, number 2. Showing bunt, can't pull it back, and it's 1-1. You can't ask for much better weather here. 70 degrees, 4 o'clock start, mostly sunny skies, and looks like we're going to have this weather with us into the better part of next week. So that's good news for the spring sports athletes. Breaking ball fading away there, a bit of a slide piece, and it's 1-2. It's Allison Oliveira, number 17, the starter this afternoon for the Indians. And a bouncing pitch down low, short of home plate, evens it up at 2-2. Pitch on its way, taken upstairs. Good eye from Sylvia not to chase. She works the count full. 3-2. Oliveira back to the rubber, payoff pitch, and it is poked to the right side. Ranging over is Rimzowicz and makes the play, and there's one down. That'll bring up Durfee's starting pitcher, Faith Ferreira, batting second this afternoon. Rest of the Hilltoppers lineup looks like this. Following Ferreira in the number 3 spot is third baseman Abby Strollo. Batting cleanup, the shortstop Mia Jacob. At first, batting 5th, Celine Mayette. The catcher, Naya Boone, bats 6th, followed by center fielder Brooke Macedo, batting 7th. In the 8th spot, left fielder Emily Curran, and rounding things out in the number 9 spot, right fielder Delaney Ferreira. That's driven in the air to left field, down the line, ranging over is Lancaster. Nice play for out number 2. So 2 down here brings up Strollo. Defensively, the Indians look like this. In the infield at third, Giosa. Shortstop, Carberry. Second, Bouvier. And first, Rimzowicz. In the outfield left to right, Lancaster, who just made that nice play. Alves in center, Dias in right. Behind the dish is Turgeon catching for Oliveira. Strollo, bit ahead of it there, fouls it off. It's 1-1. As Coach John Ferreira on your screen, looking on from third base coaching box. Swinging through it is Strollo, and it is 1-2. Oliveira looking for a 1-2-3 first inning against the Hilltoppers. Hoping for a good start here. 1-2 pitch. And Strollo swings and misses. Ball gets away. Turgeon will throw to first. Wide to the bag of first base to the right. And Rimzowicz with the catch. So strike him out. Throw him out. 2-3 on the putout. And we're done with half an inning. 1-2-3 go the Hilltoppers. And the Indians will be coming up to bat as both teams huddle up for a quick timeout. And while they do, we turn the lineup card over here, the score sheet over. We'll run through the Indians' starting 9 for this afternoon as the Hilltoppers take the field to warm up. Leading off for Dartmouth, the center fielder, number 10, Joya Alves, followed by shortstop Aubrey Carberry. In the number 3 spot, the catcher Samara Turgeon. And batting cleanup, the first baseman Ava Rimzowicz. At third, in the number 5 spot, Liliana Giosa, followed by second baseman Hannah Bouvier. Batting 7th, Allison Oliveira, the starting pitcher, followed by left fielder Catherine Lancaster. And in the number 9 hole, the right fielder Sophia Dias. And of course, the Indians led by head coach Beth Arguin, coming in at 2-0. Defensively, the Hilltoppers look like this. At third, it's Strollo. At short, Jacob. At second, Sylvia. And at first, Mayette. In the outfield, left to right, you have Curran, Macedo, and Ferreira. Boone catching for Ferreira. Right field is Delaney Ferreira on the mound for Durfee. Faith Ferreira, number 1. Coach John Ferreira for Durfee, walking me through the opening day loss against BR, and he said, one of the biggest things is, the bats. They worked on hitting quite a bit at practice yesterday on their off day, try to get the bats going. He said that starter for BR for the Trojans had some really good stuff working in the circle and really kept the Lady Hilltoppers off balance all afternoon, a 10-0 loss. So that kind of tells you the story there. So the bats definitely a bit quiet, maybe some rust after basically 2 years before playing here this spring. So it'll all come in due time, but the schedule, particularly this year, because of the added season that we just ended, I've been calling it Fall 2.0, but basically that bubble season, spring is starting later, and everything's kind of crammed in. So Coach was saying, at least for Durfee's standpoint, I think if I recall, he said they only have basically 3 or 4 practices in a 10-day period. That's how many games trying to squeeze in, and forget it if you end up with a rainout or you have to postpone a game, which is what happened on Monday. So Hilltoppers is going to be making up their opening day game against New Bedford on a Saturday. That's going to be a 4-game week, including the weekend day for the Lady Hilltoppers. So definitely a challenge. The spring is definitely going to be a challenge. Hopefully the weather will cooperate and make it a little easier on the teams, the coaches, and the athletic departments. But a lot of games, even though it's not a full schedule, a lot of games to fit in a short amount of time. 2-0, the count to Alves, the leadoff batter for the Indians. That one off speed pitch, dropping in there for strike 1. That was a great curveball. That thing moved from inside on Alves to back over the plate and dropping 2-2. Real nasty pitch there from Ferreira. Working it back to 2-2. Here's the pitch. That is inside. Couldn't curl it back. And the Indians with the leadoff batter on the hit by pitch. So Alves on base. That'll bring up Carberry. Corners were already playing in. Well, really, the whole infield was kind of playing halfway, but the corners were cheating in on Alves, expecting a possible leadoff bunt. Now really cheating in, expecting a sacrifice from Carberry. We'll see what she does. She does square around, but decides to pull it back, takes ball one, up and away. Alves got a good secondary lead there after the pitch was released, but nobody holding her on, so she kind of can do it. 1-0. Swinging away. That's a deep fly ball to left field. Giving chase is Curran, and it's over her head at the base of the fence. Throw back in, and it'll be a stand-up double for Carberry. 2 in scoring position, nobody out. The Indians out to the fast start here and looking to make some noise in the first. Take another look at it as Carberry took the hanger and really gave it a ride. That one, you're going to see Curran giving chase. About 3 feet short of the fence there, so very close to a home run. Not too much more real estate out there. As Turgeon steps in, took strike one during the replay, a breaking ball. But Ferreira in an early jam here against the Indians. That one high and tight for ball one. 1-1 the count. That one inside as well. So the breaking ball with a lot of movement, but if it doesn't snap off just right, it's kind of brushing the batter's back, and that's what happened when Alves got hit to start it off. Ferreira's had some good ones, but some of them not breaking as much. That one broke much better, caught in the air by Boone, no foul tip, and it's 2-2. That one had a lot of movement. It actually took a little speed off, too. It seemed like it took longer to get to home plate. Ferreira looking for a strikeout. This would be a big first out here against Turgeon. Chased it. Ground ball to short. They'll throw to first and concede the run. Alves in the back door from third. Turgeon retired 6-3. And the Indians with a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. Carberry up to third. Sitting there with one out for Rimzovich. Take strike one. That's driven to center field. Macedo at the wall, and it is off the glove. It falls. It's in play. It's not over the fence, but it'll be a double and an RBI for Rimzowicz. Carberry scoring from third, 2-0 Indians on the near home run. That one was even closer than Carberry's drive to left field. Good extension going up to get the pitch, too. That one was rather out of the zone, and that falls at the base of the fence right in front of our camera. So an RBI double for Rimzowicz as she stands at second now. One out. Giosa at the dish, 1-0 the count. That one missing upstairs, 2-0. Outside, 3-0. Bouvier on deck. Hitters count for Giosa, 3-0. Taken all the way. It's in there for strike one. Back to Ferreira. Runner takes off for third. Throw to third is not in time. Giosa retired for out number 2. Rimzowicz up to third base. And that'll bring up Bouvier with 2 down. Looking for an opportunity here to maybe cash in and grab a third run here with 2 out in the inning. Swinging on the first pitch, it's fouled off at the dish. That one bouncing in. Nice stop by Boone. Keep it in front of her. 1-1. Chopper foul. Coach going over to gather it. 1-2. That one missing up and away as Bouvier lets it go. Even at 2-2. The pitch from Ferreira. That one missing as well. Same spot, really. Runs the count full. Had been ahead 1-2. And Bouvier looking at a full count now. Oliveira on deck if we get that far. Ferreira looking to end the first here. Payoff pitch. In there for strike 3. Called third strike. And that ends the bottom of the first, but not before. The Indians make some noise in the first frame, grab a pair of runs, and lead it 2-0 here on their home field over the Hilltoppers. Second inning coming up. Mia Jacob getting ready to step in for her first at-bat of the game. Oliveira done with her warm-up pitches and coming back out now for the top of the second with an early lead. Pitchers always appreciative of the offense when they can grab a run or two in the bottom of the first, give some help. That's driven deep to left, but Lancaster underneath it kind of died out there. 1 pitch, 1 out as Jacob is retired on the fly ball out. And that'll bring up Celine Mayette. I don't know if you caught that, but on the close-up there on Lancaster after the catch, all the Indians wearing wristbands, and you can see the pitcher, Oliveira, looking at hers right now. There's information there, just like the pros do. Who the hitter is, can kind of discuss, or I should say review, maybe their tendencies in terms of batting and, where you want to be fielding-wise for a pitcher, what to look for, maybe what to strategize. That's popped up and caught by Bouvier in the infield. And quickly 2 down here in the second. I can't remember seeing that. I'm not sure if that's something new this year. I don't recall ever seeing the kind of the formations there on the forearms. You see right there. There's Bouvier looking at hers now too. I think that may be something new for this year, at least something new for the Indians, because as I said, I don't recall that in 2019 ever seeing that. So interesting to pick up on. Grounder from Boone, playing in at third was Giosa, an easy throw over to end the top of the first. Oliveira through the middle of the Hilltoppers order. No sweat. 2-0 Indians. Bottom third of Dartmouth's order expected here in the bottom of the second. Ferreira waiting for her catcher as Boone was batting there. She was the last batter of the inning, so had to get the gear on. Making her way out to the field now. Allison Oliveira with the helmet on, bat in hand, ready for her first AB of the game. It'll be Oliveira, Lancaster, and Dias due up here in the bottom of the second as Ferreira peers in for the sign. Gets it, and here's the first pitch. Inside. Ball 1. That one missing upstairs and away. Oliveira with the count in her favor, 2-0. That one taken, it drops in there, grabbing that inside corner. 2-1. Same spot, just a little bit further inside. Makes it 2-2. That one missing upstairs. Runs the count full. Foul tipped just off the nub of the bat. Oliveira stays alive up there. 3-2 pitch again from Ferreira. Up and away, no good. Ball 4. It should be ball 4. Liner, oh, right back to Ferreira. What a great play. Saw at the last second, the glove goes up. Look what I found. And a line out to her counterpart for out number 1. Brings up Lancaster, swings through the first pitch. 0-1. Let's take a look at that. Hot shot back to Ferreira. I don't even know if you can call that a split second. It was less than that. It's like instant. 1-2. Well, look at that. You know, Ferreira tracking it, though, the whole way. Strike is in there. Lancaster down in the count. Good eye there to take. That's a tough take inside. Curling back over the plate. Good read from Lancaster to let that one go. One and two. Pokes it foul, and it's just off the fence. Stays in play, but no play for Mayette. One-two pitch again. Curls in there for strike 3. That's a beautiful breaking ball. Second strikeout of the game for Ferreira. 2 down here in the second. Sophia Dias stepping in. Upstairs, ball 1. Same spot, curling away. 2-0. Three and 0. That one missing upstairs as well. Dias taken all the way there on 3-0. Get me over strike for Ferreira. Makes it 3-1. Joya Alves on deck at the top of the order. Should Dias reach. Swings on the line at third. Strollo has to get rid of it quickly and doesn't get there in time. It's an infield single for Dias here with 2 down, and we will turn the lineup card over as Alves will come to bat. That one right on the line. Strollo took one extra step. Close play there, a lot closer than I thought. Alves reached on the hit by pitch in her first plate appearance, swinging away. That one through the left side, in for a hit. Up to second goes Dias. And second time Alves has been on base this afternoon. Indians trying to make some noise here with 2 down. We'll bring up Carberry. She doubled in the first and scored the second Indians run. Swinging as well. Same spot through the left side. Coach Arguin will hold Sophia Dias at third. Bases juiced with 2 down. All happening literally on 3 straight pitches. An infield single, base hit to left, and a base hit to left. That'll bring up Turgeon, who grounded to short and drove in a run in the process in the first inning. She drove home Alves to open the scoring. So a major jam for Ferreira that's happened really in the blink of an eye. Bases juiced with 2 down. First pitch swinging off the glove of Strollo, and that's going to be an error and a run. Dias coming home with the third Indians run of the day. It's 3-0 Dartmouth. And E5 allows Turgeon to reach. And that'll bring up Rimzowicz, who missed a home run by maybe 1.5 feet in her first at-bat. Takes ball 1. Bases reloaded after the error. Grounder to Strollo. She'll make up for it with the force out at third. 5 unassisted to close out the inning, but the Indians do grab another run. They lead at 3-0 after 2 innings. After 2 innings here, 3-0 Indians at the Quinn Elementary School. Hilltoppers got to get the bats going. 6 up, 6 down for Oliveira in the circle this afternoon. That is skied to center, shallow center, actually right on the base of the infield. Macedo swinging at the first pitch. And it ends up being a pop-out to the second baseman, Bouvier. 1 down here in the third. That'll bring up Emily Curran. That's a beautiful pitch. Never mind vertical break. The left to right break on that curveball had to have broke at least a foot. That was a tremendous pitch there from Oliveira. quickly 0-2 as that one was fouled off to the right side. So Oliveira in control here for 8th batter of the game. Emily Curran, got to protect. 0-2 pitch. Poked to the right side. Bouvier makes the catch in the air. And it's a line out for out number 2. Delaney Ferreira will step in. Swinging through it for strike 1. That one dropping off the table. 0-2. That one missing down low for ball 1. One-two pitch. Swung on and missed. First strikeout of the day for Oliveira. Perfect through 3 innings. 9 up, 9 down for the Indians starter this afternoon. Hilltoppers will take the field. Indians coming up in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Sent 7 batters to the plate in the 2nd inning. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Due up here in the 3rd, and Ferreira could really use an easy inning towing the rubber for the Hilltoppers. Has had some stressful pitches. You know, 2nd inning looked like it was going to be pretty easy. Had that comebacker right to her for out number 1, a strikeout for out number 2. So first 2 batters retired, and then literally bases were loaded on 3 straight pitches. An infield single, first pitch swinging with Alves, base hit to left. Then Carberry comes up, first pitch swinging, base hit to left. And before you know it, you're in a major spot. And actually, you know, the Hilltoppers lucky to limit the damage to just the 1 run, quite frankly, with the 2 outs. You know, the error on Strollo, that was a hot shot to her, had to range to her left, and she was kind of playing in a little bit at the corner. So it was a tough play. It has to go as an error. That's just the way it rolls, but it was a tough play, and then she was able to redeem herself on the ground ball from Rimzowicz. Which now brings us to the bottom of the 3rd as Giosa steps in. She grounded to the pitcher in her first at-bat, looks at ball 1 here to start the bottom of the 3rd. Takes a swing. Out of play it goes. Mayette ranging over. Good hustle. Landing just short of the fence, though, unable to get there. I love that high angle right there from our truck. Pete manning the roof this afternoon. Taken upstairs, missing for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Grounder back to Ferreira. Good stab. And for the 2nd straight time, Giosa retired on a ground ball out to the pitcher. So out number 1 recorded here in the 3rd. Leadoff batter gone. Bouvier stepping in, struck out looking to end the 1st inning. You know, we weren't even supposed to have softball for you this afternoon, actually. There was a late change yesterday. Grounder right by the diving Strollo. That one, a real hot shot off the bat of Bouvier. Her first hit of the day, and she's on with one out. Take a look at it. Solid contact, top spin grounder, and that got by in a hurry. Never even touched Strollo's glove. So base runner for the Indians on the grounder through the left side. We'll bring up Oliveira. We were supposed to have baseball coverage between the Hilltoppers and the Indians, but the field, apparently quite a mess, the baseball field at the high school. And from what I heard pregame too, I guess part of the fence is not up, or the fence is not complete or up at the moment. So that one inside on Oliveira. So baseball switched to Fall River. They're playing right now at Durfee's home field, Skip Lewis Field, and here we are as the Hilltoppers softball team made the trip here to Dartmouth for softball. Fouled and out of play. Slow breaking ball inside for ball 3 and missing. 3-1 the count to Oliveira. Oliveira started last inning with that liner right back to Ferreira. That one into the basketball courts. Runs the count full, 3-2. Lancaster on deck. Bouvier, the runner at first. That one missing. Might have slipped out of the hand of Ferreira on the delivery. Didn't look like the release was that clean. It's ball 4. And up to second base goes Bouvier. First walk of the day issued by Ferreira. Good at bat there from Oliveira. Lancaster will step in 0 for 1 with a strikeout. One of the 2 strikeouts for Ferreira this afternoon. That one will miss outside as well. 1-0. Swinging through it. Good cut there from Lancaster, but nothing to show for it. Evens up at 1-1. Grounded to the left side. Strollo will touch the bag at third. She'll throw across the diamond to first. Not in time, but the force play, the easiest play there. So out at third is Bouvier, retired 5 unassisted. Lancaster reaching on the fielder's choice. Up to second is Oliveira. So 2 down. Dias at the plate. She started the rally last inning with that infield single right up the line at third and came all the way around to score. Looks at strike 1. Great breaking ball there from Ferreira. Quickly 0-2. Having to work hard once again here in the third. Has not had a 1-2-3 inning. Dias, the 5th batter here in the third. 0-2 pitch. That is driven to left field. Ranging over is Curran. And she gets there for out number 3. Hung up there long enough for her. No runs allowed in the inning, but another 5 batters to the plate. Ferreira has not seen less than 5 batters in an inning. Done with 3. 4th inning coming up. Final warm-up pitch for Oliveira. The throw down to second from Turgeon. And we go back to the top of the order. Brooks Sylvia for the Hilltoppers will lead it off here in the 4th. 9 up, 9 down through 3 innings for Oliveira. Hilltoppers have not been able to solve her first time through the lineup. And I have a correction to make, by the way. The strikeout on Ferreira to end the top of the 3rd was actually Oliveira's second, not her first. Her first strikeout was to end the 1st inning against Strollo, and with the putout 2-3. So 2 strikeouts on the afternoon for Oliveira. Showing bunt, did not pull it back in time. One and two the count. Oliveira steps back on. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one outside, 2-2. Good eye from Sylvia, runs the count 3-2. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch outside, and the first, I guess you could say, blemish of the day for Oliveira. It is a walk. She lost Sylvia there. So Hilltoppers with their first base runner of the afternoon, and the pitcher, Ferreira, will come to bat. She flew out to left field in the 1st inning, 0 for 1. That one to left center, driven well to left center, and it's in for a hit. Hits the gap. Ferreira into second with a double, a stand-up double. And the Hilltoppers with 2 in scoring position. That one tagged pretty deep to the gap on a line. Alves not able to get there. That was a good drive to the gap. So Durfee making some noise now here in the 4th. They got the free pass, and Ferreira delivers with the first hit of the day for the Hilltoppers. Abby Strollo at the dish. Takes ball 1. Swinging through it is Strollo. It's 1-1. That was a good, healthy cut Inside. Called strike 2. Down low and in. That's a generous call. 1-2 the pitch. Or the count, I should say, on Strollo. 2 in scoring position, nobody out. That's upstairs, 2-2. It's Sylvia at third, Ferreira at second. Strollo the batter with Jacob on deck. Nobody out. That one missing away, running the count full. Had been 1-2, but 2 straight missing out of the zone. And Strollo able to bring it back to 3-2. In the air to left, shallow left. This could fall in. Yes, it does fall in. Hilltoppers going to get their first run of the day. Nobody at first. And covering second late. So Strollo ends up at second base. Let's see if this hit anybody's gloves. I don't think it did. I think it just fell in cleanly. Mia Jacob at the plate. Tying run at second. So Sylvia scoring the first run right there as it fell. Shallow left. Jacob swinging through the first offering. It's 0-1. Got runners on base. Ferreira at third. Strollo at second. That one popped into shallow center, falling fast, and making the play is Bouvier. Throw home will not be in time. Hilltoppers grab their second run. Strollo tags and goes to third on the throw home. She's safe at third, and it's a 1-run game. Sacrifice fly in the RBI for Jacob. Ends up being really a sac fly, but kind of a pop-up to second, I guess you could say as well. Either way, an RBI for Mia Jacob, and it is a 3-2 ball game. Mayette steps in now with 2 down, and the tying run at third. Outside corner, good spot for Oliveira. Down low. I said 2 outs, my bad. Only 1 out in the inning, so Hilltoppers still with some work to do here. Oliveira in a bit more of a jam. Sylvia walked to start it off. Ferreira with the double. Gave a second and third with nobody out. Strollo with the base hit to left. On the right side of the infield. Miffed by Rimzowicz. Out at first, but Strollo in the back door at third. She waited a moment. Then when the ball got away, she was able to score. 3-3, we're tied up. I would say Strollo scored there on an error because if the play was made cleanly, she wasn't breaking. So I'm giving error to the first baseman. Then the put out 3 unassisted on Mayette. She gets the ground ball and the RBI. Nobody on base as Boone steps in with 2 down. Boone grounded out to third in her first at-bat. Looks at a tight breaking ball that dropped a little too low there. In the air to right center, ranging over is Alves, and she makes the play on the fly ball. But the Hilltoppers make some noise in the fourth inning, and they get to Oliveira. The base on balls started it off. Talk about it all the time. A free pass will hurt you in this game. Errors, free passes, hit by pitch, you name it. Give a team an extra out, and they will come back to get you. The Hilltoppers, Brooke Sylvia scored after the walk. Ferreira scored after the double, and Strollo scored after getting on via the double as well. RBI is to Strollo, Jacob, and no RBI to Mayette because of the error. The ball getting away from Rimsewich. So a 3-spot on the board for Durfee in the top of the fourth. We're halfway through it, and we are knotted up 3 aside. So Dartmouth ready to come up now. Whole new ball game. And I said it, I'll say it again, Ferreira could really use an easy inning, particularly after the offense able to, break the ice and get to Oliveira in the top of the inning. Ferreira still saw 5 batters last inning despite not allowing any runs. Still some pressure spots, a lot of pitches through 3 innings. She really could use a rather quick 1-2-3 inning. Throw down to second from Boone, and Ferreira done with her warm-up tosses. Top of the order for the 3rd time for the Indians. It shows you how many batters have come up to the plate. Joya Alves will step in for the 3rd time, and we're only in the bottom of the 4th. 1 for 1, been on base twice. Hit by a pitch in the first and scored in the second. Got a base hit to left and was left at third base. So now stepping in here to lead off the 4th inning. That one missing. Slipping out of the hand a bit. So Ferreira she went down to the dirt. Dry out the hand a little bit perhaps. Get a little extra grip. A couple times that's happened this afternoon. 1 walk on the day, 2 strikeouts so far through 3 innings. And 2 earned runs. Slow breaking ball is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. On the ground to Sylvia. Underhand toss to Mayette for out number 1. First time Alves has been retired this afternoon. That'll bring up Carberry, who has had an even better day. She's been on twice, but 2 hits, a double and a single, both to left field. And she scored a run as well. First pitch swinging, that's going to be a 3-for-3 day, all to left field. This will be a single, a long single, as Curran there to gather it. But a great afternoon for the shortstop, Aubrey Carberry, today. 3-for-3 with the bat. On with 1 out, Samara Turgeon stepping in. Ground out in the first, reached on an error in the second. She got an RBI on that ground ball out in the first inning. Upstairs, ball 1. Check back on the runner. Quick snap throw there from Ferreira as Carberry was kind of slow to get back there. So Turgeon ahead in the count, 1-0 to start the AB. Fouled back right in front of the booth here. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Ball got away from Boone momentarily, but swinging through it. 1-2 now to Turgeon. Rimsewich on deck. Tip to the right side. Mayette will gather it and step on the bag at first. Carberry up to second base. Nice play by Mayette. There was no way to get the runner at second. Take the easy out at first. An insured out for out number 2. Rimsewich will step in. Doubled and drove in a run in the first. Grounded out to third. 5 unassisted in the second. A 1-for-2 afternoon for Rimsewich. He takes strike 1. That one up and away, missing for ball 1. Ferreira back to the rubber. 1-1 pitch. Driven in the air to left field. Curran tracking it, backpedaling, and is there for the out. That is the final out of the inning. Rimsewich gave it a ride. Second time she's given it a ride, but it's a long out number 3. We're tied at 3 through 4 innings here at Quinn Elementary School. 5th inning coming up on DCTV. Final warm-up toss here from Oliveira as this game is now officially over an hour old. 5:03 here in Dartmouth, Mass. A 4 o'clock start today. And you see some of the shadows from the backstop and the press box starting to creep into the home plate area now as the sun starts to set. Bottom third of the Hilltoppers order expected here in the top of the 5th. It is Brooke Macedo leading it off. She popped out to second in the 3rd, 0-for-1 on the afternoon. Curran and Delaney Ferreira expected in the inning. That one popped up and going behind the booth. Out of play, 1-1. After retiring the first 9, Oliveira made very quick work of the batting order the first time through. Hilltoppers got to her last inning for 3 runs. That one fouled back as well. Now Macedo down 1-2. That one just missing. Good breaking ball from Oliveira. That's been a spot she's worked on all afternoon. 2-2. Down low and swung on and missed. Not sure if it hit the dirt, but they'll throw to first anyway. 3rd strikeout of the afternoon for Oliveira. All 3 have been swinging strikes. And they put out 2-3. So leadoff batter retired. That brings up Emily Curran with 1 out. She lined out to second in her first at-bat. That one rising up and out of the zone for ball 1. Chasing it. Well off the plate, but Curran pulled the string. 1-1. Off the end of the bat. That is going to fall, and she's going to be safe at first base. I thought for sure Bouvier was actually going to make that play. It would have been easier for her to just come right in, grab it, and throw on to first, but instead a near collision between Remzewicz and Oliveira. A tough play there. That's an infield single for Curran. Her first hit of the day. And on for the first time, and bring up Delaney Ferreira, who takes ball 1 off the plate and wide of the zone. So runner on with 1 out for the Hilltoppers. Ferreira showing bunt. Drops it down. That is a superb bunt. And the error. She will reach over to third safely. Is Curran. The bunt was absolutely beautiful. And then the throwing error allows Ferreira to reach. We're going to take a look at it as Sylvia will get ready to bat. But here's a look at the bunt from Delaney Ferreira. This is actually the pitch prior. Now the bunt here. So Turgeon had to come out, but then you see there, Bouvier was not set at the bag. And I think that's really what the biggest issue was. So it ends up being an E2 because the throw kind of took Bouvier off the bag at first. So in a jam now, Oliveira with some pressure pitches here. Taking off for second. I love that the one breaks and then the other tries to bait the catcher to throw. So taking off the stolen base for Ferreira. She reaches second on really no throw because they were trying to get Curran to get off the bag, and then the throw to the bag came in and one-hopped her shin. So just a moment here to make sure she's okay. And I'll bring up Brooke Sylvia. She's looking at a 1-0 pitch here. Go-ahead run at third. Insurance run at second. 1 out. Drops the bunt down. Throws it away. Another throwing error. And the runner is safe at home. Breaking for second is Sylvia. The Indians didn't even see her going. Only one player did. Oliveira had her back to the play. 4-3 Hilltoppers. The bunt, hurting the Indians here in the 5th. That was a bad throw from Remzowicz. So the unearned run on the E3, second error of the inning. Over to third goes Ferreira. The Hilltoppers, with their first lead of the afternoon and looking for more, face Ferreira at the dish. How fitting would it be for the pitcher to help herself out here and gain some insurance? Doubled and scored in the 4th. A 1-for-2 afternoon. Up and away, ball 1. Honestly, you hate to concede an out, but the bunt is giving the Indians fits here. I mean, they're having trouble fielding it cleanly. I'd drop one down here and see if they can't get the out. Well, Ferreira's got a good bat, too. Again, she had a deep double to left center last time up. She can swing it. Rope to left field and in for a hit. That'll plate 1. They'll hold Sylvia at third. Taking second on the throw in is Ferreira. So it's a single, taking second on the throw and an RBI for the pitcher, Faith Ferreira. 5-3 Hilltoppers. Two runs home in the inning, 2 in scoring position once again with just the 1 out, and now Strollo at the dish. Coach Arguin coming out for the second time in the inning, and it appears that Oliveira's day is done. Pitching change here, and a straight-up position change. So Giosa from third will take to the circle, and Oliveira takes over in the field at third as they switch positions here. So the pitching change, 5 runs. It's amazing. Second time through the order, third time through the order. Shows you how difficult it is for a pitcher to be perfect in this game. It really gives you an appreciation for the art of pitching, because Oliveira just mowed down the Hilltoppers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the first 3 innings. And since then, Hilltoppers have had her number. The fielding hasn't helped, but still, Durfee's, had some good at-bats. They're not just getting free passes. They're getting some solid hits, something they couldn't do the first time through. So Giosa now pitching, and Oliveira at third. 1 down. And Strollo will step in after the pitching change. Sylvia at third, Ferreira at second. 1 down, 2 runs already in for the Hilltoppers. And a tall task for Giosa as she has to step into the circle and try to work out of the jam. Upstairs and missing for ball 1. Bunt popped up, and they're going to double her off. A double play to get out of the jam on the bunt pop-up from Strollo. Caught in the air by the catcher, Turgeon, and then the throw to third, 2-5. Catching Sylvia breaking. So the Indians able to get out of it with a little bit of luck. But not before the Hilltoppers play another pair and lead 5-3. 6 batters to the plate. Actually, 6 batters to the plate there in the 5th inning for the Hilltoppers. Indians will have to play from behind now. Bottom of the 5th we go. Ferreira will take to the circle. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the Indians' order once Ferreira takes her warm-up tosses. And just the one warm-up toss from Ferreira. Ready to rock and roll. Giosa stepping in. Has grounded back to Ferreira twice. She's 0 for 2. Takes a ball, missing upstairs. And after a couple tough innings to start it, Ferreira has had to work hard here this afternoon, but she's kept Dartmouth off the board in the third and fourth frames, allowing her team to tie it and eventually take the lead. Now working with the lead for the first time. Mayette ranges over, underhand scoops to Sylvia, who was covering the bag. A 3-4 put out, very nicely done for out number 1. Giosa retired for the third time this afternoon, all ground ball outs, 0 for 3. And he'll bring up Bouvier, who is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a base hit to left. Takes a strike. 0-1, excuse me. One ball, one strike on the batter. That one's hit to right field. Gonna be a tough play. It's falling in, and it's fair. Base hit for Bouvier, her second of the day. This one, a flare to right field. And the Indians with a runner on here and 1 out in the 5th. That'll bring up Oliveira. 0 for 1 with a walk. Walking her last time up and was left at second base. That was in the 3rd inning. Takes a swing, another floater. This one grabbed in the ear by Jacob. And there's 2 down here in the 5th. Lancaster stepping in. Been on base once. Struck out in the 2nd looking and reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. So Bouvier at first with 2 down. Lancaster swinging through it for strike 1. Sliced back to the fence, and it's quickly 0-2. Ferreira gets the sign. 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Lancaster retired on strikes for the 2nd time in the game. And Ferreira preserves the lead, works through a 1-out single here in the 5th. Her Hilltoppers lead at 5-3, done with 5 here in Dartmouth. 4, 5, and 6 in Hilltoppers order, and that's hit to right. That's going to be trouble as it hits the fence. First pitch swinging is Mia Jacob, and it's a stand-up double for the Hilltoppers shortstop. Durfee bats have come alive here in the second half of this game, driving it the other way. She flew out to left in the second, sacrifice in the fourth, and now a stand-up double to start the top of the sixth. Hilltoppers in business here with nobody out. Celine Mayette will step in 0 for 2 today. Takes the strike. You heard Coach Ferreira, put the ball in play, let's get a run here. A sixth run here with just 2 innings left would be major insurance for the Hilltoppers. That one missing away, 1-1. Inside missing, down low and in for ball 2 as Giosa back out there. This is her first full inning of work. She came in with 1 out in the 5th. Worked around the jam, didn't allow any more runs to score thanks to the pop out and the assist, I guess you could say, from Turgeon, doubling off the runner at third. 3-1. Started Mayette with a strike, missing on her last 3 pitches, and Mayette in a good hitter's count here with Jacob at second. Swings through it, foul tipped into the mitt. It's 3-2. Full count to Mayette. And she swings through it. Giosa with the strikeout. Mayette retired for the 3rd time this afternoon. 0 for 3 day. Nia Boone will step in. 0 for 2 with a ground out to third and a fly out to center. Takes a strike. Infield playing back, corners at the bag. Showed bunt for a second and then pulled it back. Ball was way upstairs at about eye level. That one missing high. 1-1 as Boone steps back in. Shows bunt again. That one missing again. Almost like a pitch out. That one way out of the zone. So 2-1 the count now. Squares. That one foul. Well, the batter is out. It was in play. I think that Boone thought. I think she thought it was foul. It was not. Up to third, excuse me, goes Jacob. Macedo in with 2 down. She's 0 for 2. Bouncing ball. Turgeon holds on to it. Giosa trying to work around a leadoff double from Jacob. Runner is at third. 1-0 count to Macedo, who's 0 for 2. In the air to left field. That's driven deep to left field, and it is gone! Line drive home run for Macedo. And it's 7-3 Hilltoppers. That one just clearing the fence. Kept carrying and carrying. Didn't think it was going to go. 2-run homer. And the Hilltoppers with a 4-run lead here in the 6th. How about that? Oh, this one's changed in a hurry. On a line, went upstairs to get it. And it landed just a couple feet over the fence. Curran will step in now. 2 down, nobody on. Missing outside. Inside, high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Chopper to the left side. That is a fair ball. Going to be a tough play, and the runner is safe. That's a great effort from Oliveira, but that bounce at the end there, just enough to have Curran beat it out. That's Curran's 2nd straight hit. Both have been an infield single for her. She had an infield single last at bat as well. So she's on for the 2nd time, a 2-for-3 afternoon. Hilltoppers still making noise. That was a generous strike call there, up and away. 0-1. Delaney Ferreira at the dish. Reached on an error last time, came around to score. That one in there, missing, 1-1 after the first pitch strike. Bouncer in there for ball 2. Top of the order on deck, Brooke Sylvia hoping to keep the inning going. Ferreira would have to reach. That one will miss as well. 3-1. And Giosa in danger of losing Ferreira. Curran at first. Delaney sitting on a 3-1. Up and away, and it is a walk. So 2 on for the Hilltoppers here with 2 down, and it will go back to the top of the order. So up to second goes Curran on the walk to Ferreira. And Sylvia at the dish. Takes the strike. 0-1. Swung on and fouled back. Out of play. 0-2. Giosa ahead in the count, 0-2. That one skips by. Runners will move up on the passed ball. So now second and third with 2 down. Making it a little more difficult on Giosa. Base hit may plate 2 instead of just 1. 1-2 pitch. That one also missing. Coming plateward is Curran, and she'll slide in safely with the 8th Durfee run. Another pass ball. That one bouncing first. That's actually a wild pitch. Up to third is Ferreira. Two-two pitch now, as Giosa refers to the wristband again. Checked her swing. Oh, boy, they said she went around. I'm not buying that. 3-run inning for the Hilltoppers, but there is no way Sylvia went around on that, at least not from my vantage point. Needless to say, the Hilltoppers tack on some more runs. It's 8-3. As we hit the midway point in the 6th inning, they've scored 8 runs. We'll take a look at that last pitch here. Yeah, she definitely checked her swing. I'm surprised at that. That's a bat didn't even come anywhere close to crossing the plate. That's not a great call there. But regardless, the Hilltoppers still with a 3-run inning. They've scored 8 unanswered runs here on Dartmouth's home field. Ferreira will throw a couple warm-up pitches, and the Indians will send 9-1-2 in the batting order to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. One warm-up pitch for Ferreira. You gotta love it. Way to keep the game moving. One warm-up pitch, and let's go. Chopper on the first pitch. Strollo will throw to first and get the out. 1 pitch, 1 out as Dias is retired for the 2nd time this afternoon. A now 1-for-3 day for Sophia Dias. And back to the top of the order we go. We'll take a look at the replay here. That's a good play from Strollo on a ball that was not hit very hard. Bang, bang play at first, but clearly the ball there in time to retire Dias. 5-3. First pitch swinging now is Alves. She's been on twice. 1-for-2 day. Was also hit by the pitch to start the game, and she scored the first run as well. Missing on strike 2 as she swings through it. And Ferreira in charge here with an 0-2 count on Alves. Hard hit grounder to short. Knocked down by Jacob, and she's not going to have a play on it. And reaching base is Alves. Here with 1 down. So the Indians, 3rd straight inning that Dartmouth has started with a ground ball out and then had somebody reach with 1 out. Can they capitalize? That's the next question. Can they capitalize on it? Carberry stepping in. She's 3-for-3 with 3 hits to left field. A double and 2 singles and a run scored. Been a great afternoon for the Indians shortstop. Ahead in the count 1-0. That one bouncing in, taken off for second as it got away from Boone. And reaching second is Alves on the stolen base. Slice to the backstop and foul. It's 2-1. Good hitters count here for Carberry. That is in there for strike 2. So 2-2 the count. Bouncer in there, runs the count full, holding at second. Alves thought about breaking for third, does not, as that one missing. Payoff pitch to Carberry with 1 out. In the air to left, that is on a line, and it gets past Curran. To the wall it goes. Alves will score. 4th hit of the day. It's an RBI double for Carberry, and it's 8-4. Have a day. That was the hardest hit ball. Actually, that one was stung on a line. Boom. Right there. A stinger. Quickly over the head of Curran. So Carberry replacing Alves at second, driving home the run. That's lifted to left as well. That's going to fall in no man's land. Runner will move up to third. Now up to second. Hilltoppers kind of sleeping out there defensively. Turgeon takes second with no contest. That should have just been a single. And Durfee getting a little lazy out there, allowing Turgeon to get to second base. Coach Ferreira and the Hilltoppers a meeting on the mound as Rimzovich gets ready to bat. RBI double in the first, ground out to third, and a fly out to left field. A 1-for-3 day. Strollo creeping in on the left side, maybe expecting a bunt. So did Mayette. It's a strike called over the outside corner to begin the at-bat. 0-1 on Rimzovich. Missing up and away. 1-1. Jammer inside, fouled off, out of play. Now, Hilltoppers defense, too, a little bit shading the lines, I guess you could say. Jacob playing a little more towards third. Sylvia playing a little more towards the right. A lot of room up the middle if it gets by Ferreira. Positioned perfectly. A bobble. Throw to first will not be in time. The bases will be loaded. Jacob was in the right spot. They moved her over, and then the ball was bobbled, and that split second extra enough to allow Rimzowicz to reach on the error. Carberry and Turgeon stay home at third and second. Tying run at the plate, it's Giosa. She's 0 for 3. Could tie it here with a big fly. Take strike 1. Big spot now for Ferreira. Into left field, falling fast and in for a hit. 2 runs are going to score. Curran bobbles it out and left. Throw comes in too far. Tying run up to second. To third base goes Rimzowicz. 2-run single for Giosa to cut it to 8-6. Takes second on the throw. Still only 1 out. Bouvier will step in. Bouncing ball. Ball 1 as it misses. So far, 3 runs in the inning for the Indians. They're not done. That one inside fouled off. 1-1. Popped up, foul, out of play as it goes into the basketball courts again over the backstop. Bouvier steps in. Down to the count 1-2. Ferreira deals. That one just tipped foul. Way ahead of it was Bouvier, and she's able to make contact. Stays alive. Inside, nice scoop from Boone. That just saved a run right there. That just kept Dartmouth's 7th run off the board. 2-2. Grounder to the left side. Through Stroho! Through Jacob into left field. And it's going to tie up the game. 8-8 the score, a 5 spot here in the 6th. Take a look at it again. Once again, though, Durfee slow to get the ball back in. Strike over the outside. Bouvier with a 2-run single to left field. It's her second hit of the day. Oliveira steps in. 0 for 2 with a walk. It's foul ball at 0-2. Left side, Jacob makes a scoop. Tough throw to first, gets it there in time. Up to second goes Bouvier. There's now 2 down. And Lancaster will step in. 9th batter for the Indians here in the 6th inning. Can Lancaster deliver the go-ahead run? In the air to center. Shallow center falling fast, and it falls in! Indians lead it 9-8. Bouvier comes all the way around to score. Is a seeing eye pop fly a thing? There's a seeing eye grounder. This one falls in. Should have been caught, never hit the glove. A 6-run 6th inning, and the Indians back in front by a run. And they've batted around. Sophia Dias taking strike one, steps in for the second time this inning. That one missing. 1-1. The Hilltoppers still not out of it because Lancaster's at second base as well. What a crazy game, I'll tell you. Yeah, think back to the fifth inning when the Hilltoppers got doubled off to end the inning. They had second and third with just one out. They bunted. It popped out to the catcher, and then Turgeon threw to third to double off Sylvia. That inning, had it continued, Hilltoppers may still be leading at this point. In the air to left, that's hit well. Curran backing up on it, and she is there to mercifully end the inning. But the Indians came into it 8-3 trailing. They leave the sixth up by a run and are in position to win it in the top of the seventh inning. Stick around, folks. Going to be a fun end. Who knows what's going to happen? Giosa with her final warm-up toss here in the end of the sixth into the top of the seventh inning. Hilltoppers will have 2, 3, and 4. And during the break there, Ferreira, the pitcher for Durfee, really giving the team an earful, trying to pump them up, but I think a little frustration as well. You heard her grunting some of the final pitches there in the sixth. Again, Durfee's defense was a little lackadaisical over these last couple innings. And, she's working her hardest as the pitcher, needs the defense behind her to help out. So, see if that fires up Durfee. They're down a run now. Indians in position to win it here in the top of the seventh on their home field. It's ball one to Ferreira. Been on base twice, 2 hits, a double and a run scored, and then an RBI single. Last time up, she's 2 for 3. It's 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order, so good part of the order for the Hilltoppers here, down a run. Swung through it for strike one. One and two, the count here on Ferreira. Popped up, going out of play. Staying alive. Giosa toes the rubber. 1-2 pitch once again after the quick glance to the wristband. Grounder left side, foul and out of play. Past third and up the line. Took something off, and it's strike three. Ferreira down on strikes for the first time. 5th K for Indians pitching. It's the 3rd for Giosa. 1 down here in the 7th. Strollo stepping in. 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Outside, ball 1. Swinging through it. Chasing it up and away. It is 1-1. Popped up. Out of play it goes. One and two the count on Strollo after the foul ball. Sent to center field. And the scoop catch from Alves for out number 2. Coming in to make the play. Mia Jacobs. The Hilltoppers' last chance here. The cleanup hitter has been on one time today. A double to right. A run scored. Also has an RBI to her credit. One for 2 day. Takes strike 1. Foul ball. Out of play it goes quickly. 0-2. Indians 1 strike away from a huge comeback victory here in Game 3 of the season. 0-2 pitch to Jacob. Spoiled. Sent out of play. Foul. We'll do it again. Oh, 2 pitch again from Giosa. That one missing. Late release as it went way out of the zone. 1-2. Mayette on deck hoping for a chance. Jacob still down in the count. Now 1-2 after the miss from Giosa. And here's the pitch. Spoiled again and fouled out of play. Good battle brewing here between Jacob and Giosa. One-two pitch again. Fouled off again. That one off the playground. That'll leave a dent. Too, Jacob really crowds the plate. I mean, practically hovering over the plate. Here we go. 1-2 pitch once again. To right field. Coming in, Dias. And it falls. Oh, foul. I thought that was fair. I want a replay on that. That was right on the line. Very close. Ask and you shall receive. Thank you, Dan. Let's take a look here. Naked eye, it looked very close. Right on the line. You know, when it's on the line, that's a fair ball. Indians just caught a break. 1-2 pitch. Left side. It eats up Oliveira, and it's a base hit. Well, really an error, I guess you could say. Either way, a runner is on base for the Hilltoppers. They have life here in the top of the 7th. That's going to have to go as an error. So Jacob on base. That's a heck of an at-bat from Mia Jacob. Mayette will step in now. An 0-for-3 day. What better a time for Celine to come up with her first hit. Takes a strike. So Durfee with the tying run on, but with 2 down here in the 7th. Mayette with a pop out to second, ground out to first, and a strikeout last time up. Swings over it, down to the count 0-2. Mayette calls time after Giosa and Turgeon go through the signs once. Giosa shook off Turgeon. Now likes it, toes the rubber. 0-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 1. One-two to Mayette. Just getting a piece of it to stay alive. Chased at it and fouled it back. Really reached. Mayette steps in, ready, waiting on the 1-2. Swing and a miss! Giosa struck her out. And the Indians with a comeback victory, one that we haven't seen something like this in a long time. Coming back from 8-3 with a 6 spot in the 6th. They win it 9-8 over the Hilltoppers. This game had a little of everything. I got to tell you, too, that, knowing that Durfee lost to BR 10-0 in their first game 2 days ago, and that Dartmouth beat BR 5-3, I didn't think, especially after the first 2 innings, I didn't think it was going to be this close or this wild of a game. I thought Dartmouth, would kind of have their way with Durfee. But, man, this was one heck of a ball game. If you like offense, this was one for you. Indians improved to 3-0 with the wild come-from-behind victory here at Quinn Elementary School. Hilltoppers drop to 0-2. What's next for these teams? Well, for Dartmouth, they'll stay home for one more game. That's Brockton on Monday. And for Durfee, their next game will be West Bridgewater on Monday. Pickup game, non-conference at their home turf right now, which is at the Cuss Middle School, while the new Durfee is still being constructed. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon for varsity softball here on DCTV. Final score one last time, Indians 9, Hilltoppers 8. I'm Evan Massoud, saying so long from Quinn Elementary School.